making 3-pointers. I decided to take some time and sit down with my homegirl, Kike, who is a Hijabi basketball player for Georgetown University. So, stay tuned. Did your family support it since you played also back home in Nigeria? Were they always supportive of you?
I mean, you already know the story.
Yeah.
You already know. I mean, it's just hard being a girl, growing up and like just being in love with sports and having a family that really don't understand the concept of sports.
Exactly.
Just seeing sport as something of leisure and just...
Or for boys only.
And it's more masculine and it's meant for boys. That's so true. You're right. It was a struggle for them to grasp the concept of a girl playing basketball.
Yeah.
And not just even playing, was so passionate about it. Once things start going, it's it's going, I think she's doing the right thing.
Yes.
Oh, now we got to support her. It's interesting how it's this sudden change. Oh, how's practice?
Now that's all they're talking about is basketball.
Exactly.
When you started playing, were you a hijabi from the beginning or did you decide to wear hijab later on?
I started covering on the basketball court my sophomore year.
Okay.
After getting all the paperwork done, after come to a conscious decision that I want to do this.
Yeah. How about your teammates? How did they react?
I mean, it was a lot of questioning, Oh, why were you didn't cover last year? Why are you covering this year?
Yeah.
To me, it's just a point of education. Just educate people, because for people to be curious, that means they don't know. Or, I mean, sometimes it's ignorant questions, but I'm not.
Get those shower questions,
Yeah.
like, are you bald? No,
but I'm not. I'm not gonna be ignorant towards you because you're ignorant. So I'll try to educate you to un-ignorant you.
Yeah.
That's not a word. But I made
it'll be after this interview. It will be.
Just educate them. Like, as a Muslim, I just felt, I wanted to do this. They actually support, it's interesting how when we travel on the road at the airport and I go through the security and maybe sometimes they ask me, oh, you have to take off that thing from your head. And I remember one of my teammates was like, oh, excuse me, it's for religious purposes. She can't take it off. That was one of my proudest moments of my teammate. I was like, they got my back. I didn't even have to say anything. They're like, oh, she wears it for religious reasons. She can't take it off.
See, that's amazing. Like, when you educate people, sometimes you even gain a community. Like, they understand. And then having someone stand up for you at an airport, which is so intimidating for like hijabis. Wow, that's awesome. Do you see yourself sort of like as an inspiration to others? Because, there's this idea of what a hijabi Muslim girl is, quiet, just keeps to herself, isn't very out there and stuff. And seeing you, a hijabi basketball player, like, the little Mawal in me wishes that I got into sports.
I mean, I really don't know, but for me, I was inspired by Bill Case. She graduated from Memphis. She was hijabi, When I saw her, that was the moment I was like, I can do this, She covered just exactly the way I tie my hair. And I never met her before. She probably don't know she inspired me. And I always tell people, when I saw her do it, it was like, that's it, you can do it.
So now that you're a senior, what's next? What's next for Kike?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. So I'm applying for grad school. And hopefully I get in. If not, I'll be going to dedicate most of my time to Girls Rise Up Foundation that I started, which is an annual project in Nigeria to empower girls through sports. So we're using sport as a tool to encourage girls and also not just to participate in sport and also make sure they take education seriously.
Yeah.
Without education, there's no sport. It has to go hand in hand. So basically, I'm just trying to come up with a mentoring kind of platform for the girls. And
No, it's a great initiative though. I have a little sister and she's the only girl back home right now, and I'm like, you gotta do soccer, you gotta play basketball, go do something. Like
that's
I
true.
want her to go out and experience these things because I have 4 brothers and they all play soccer. You know?
Why not her?
Exactly.
You know,
She's like, I don't want to do it. It's like, no, like our parents, alhamdulillah, also they're open-minded about these things, you know. And I tell her there's so many girls out there who wish they could play sports, you know, soccer, basketball. So take that opportunity and go outside.
That's
like,
true.
Now's the time.
True. That's the best time, you know, when she's young.
If I followed my childhood dreams, I could have probably made a 3-pointer. But this is what we have Kike for. She's gonna hopefully teach me how to make a 3-pointer. So here we go. Why? Actually, you go ahead and show us.
How to
Show
make
us
a
what a real
shot.
3-pointer.
Okay, it's kind of easy. There you go.
All right, no big. All right.
Oh my God, So now, it's now a lot of strength from your arm. Right, so you gotta use your legs to push it through.
So I feel it in my toes. And
So you gotta go low this way, and you come.
do I do the hop too?
Yes, you gotta do it because you gotta jump.
All right. Bismillah. Take 2. Alright. Oh,
She got it. She can actually hold the ball.
air ball. Air ball.
We just gotta make this one.
Oh, see, it's coming.
At least we're hitting the rim now.
It's actually the one.